Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way. One wore blue and one wore gray. One wore blue and one wore gray as they marched along the way. A fife and drum began to play, all on a beautiful morning. All on a beautiful morning. One was gentle, one was kind. One was gentle, one was kind. One came home, one stayed behind. A cannonball don't pay no mind. A cannonball don't pay no mind if you're gentle or you're kind. It don't think of the folks behind, all on a beautiful morning. All on a beautiful morning.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Thoughtful Rooster coming at you with episode 2 of North versus South. Today I have a very interesting battle. We are going to be fighting a river crossing battle. It's not as bloody as the last battle, but it's a lot more interesting to look at because the terrain is a little more broken up and there's a river. So river battles are always really interesting to watch, I think, because they present a lot more challenges. So let me see if I can find it right over here. It's not Union Victory in Open Plain. It's Civil War Battle River Crossing. And let's just take a look at this. It's a land battle. It doesn't say where we fought it, but it will say as soon as we watch this replay. So I hope you guys liked this is the, I hope you guys liked the last battle. So sorry about the audio. I didn't realize that the audio didn't capture in-game very well until I was editing. I think I fixed this problem and I'm going to be double checking soon, just to go over a little bit. So this is going to be a larger battle. So and the computer are bringing our main armies, and then we have two computer controlled armies that are each bringing cavalry units with, I think, a small detachment of volunteer infantry regiment. As I said, so there's two rivers that go through this map. They snake around. I'm just gonna cut that out.
Today, sir, we attack.
All right, so let's put this on pause so that we can just take. No, let's not put it on pause. Let's take a look at the geography over here. So as you can see, we have this giant river that snakes all the way around. Does it snake all the way around? Does it come back? No, that's a separate river. No, it does. It forks, and the river comes all the way over here to where the Confederate Army is setting up. So this area, this giant plain area, is where the battle is going to take place. It takes us a while to move our troops up. As you can see, as you can see from the mini-map over here on the top right-hand corner, we are very far away from one another, and we have a river to cross, and we have forests to walk through. So let's take a look. We did the Union Army first last time. Our Union Army is on the move, so first, why don't we take a look at the Confederate Army. Over here, we got the Louisiana Tigers. They're moving on back. Sorry guys, the frame rate's getting a little choppy because this was a large battle. We have the Mayland unit. It's also moving back across the river. Let's see what it looks like when they cross through the river. Now, of course, they go slower. They have to go slower. And there's this huge uphill climb here. Not so much on this side. It's more of a not as steep of a bank to climb up. They're bringing their infantry, volunteer infantry regiment, which is of course the heart of their army, and their general here. Let's see how they're setting everything up. We got their carbine cavalry. I think this is their cavalry for their main army. They have their parrot guns right here. So they have 4 parrot guns and 2 6-pound artillery that are moving quite rapidly. They're really trying to reposition themselves quickly, even though it takes quite a while. And they have another 6-pound artillery right over here. It takes really quite a while for us to get over there, but they're just trying their hardest to position themselves. So they have this entire line of cavalry is their cavalry unit. Their cavalry army. And I believe this right over here is their, no, they've totally repositioned it. So the computer's taking command of both armies, even though I cannot command the other army. It's just the computer. So we've taken a look at their battle line. Let's take a look at how I am marching my units forward. Let me see, we have our 14th of Brooklyn marching up with the general down this little path. Take a look at what this looks like as they're walking through. Ooh, we can get a good view of this right over here. A little framey for my taste, guys. And as you can see, I'm marching up my artillery on this little road right here. The AI is having a hard time trying to figure out how to get down this little road. I thought it would be cool to watch them march their artillery down this road. I should have had them run, but I'm in no real rush to get anywhere. I also have some units moving this way. I can't find these units. They've probably already marched. Yep, they're over here. They are over here. Where are you? This is my cavalry unit, my carbine cavalry. I am marching up some of my volunteer infantry, and I think I'm marching up one of the colored infantry regiment. I'm marching them up on this right flank. There's really gonna be no way for my main army to flank them on the right, except with my cavalry. I think only my cavalry can effectively flank them on their right. Let's see what this looks like from a bird's eye view. We're slowly marching our army forward. We will pick up when we are closer.
Ready forward.
Okay, guys, we're back. Oh, I mean, I'm a little bit closer, but I wanted to point something out that I noticed in game, but I wanted to point out on this. So this is my carbine cavalry unit, and I marched all the way up here to this tree line because I wanted to be able to attack any units that kind of made their way up here. So if they were to push my units back, I wanted to be able to charge them with some cavalry. But I also noticed that the computer on my side pushed up some carbine cavalry as well. So I was thinking, great, computer's probably thinking the same way that I am. The only problem with this is that this is the only cavalry unit that they pushed up this way. It's a lone cavalry unit, and they didn't leave them in the tree line. They marched them forward. They didn't even charge them. They just marched them straight forward, and they got mowed down by all of these units. It was super... it was super sad. It was almost like pointless. Like, why did they do that? Why did the computer do that? I have no idea. It bamboozled me, so I was like, wait, what are you doing? So I was like, well, if they're gonna destroy themselves, I might as well support them. And then I was like, wait a minute, no, they're really going for it. They're really going for it. So I was like, I ain't having none of that. So I basically just turned them back and put them back into the trees. Waiting. My army right here is waiting for this army to move closer. So I've decided that I was going to set up my artillery here and here so that I can get some good shots off this side without having, because I decided that this army right here was going to keep my left flank safe from cavalry attack. So I just decided to leave this artillery back here unguarded so that we could get some good shots off over here without being in danger of losing any of our people. And here we go. You see, they charged their people down and they just got absolutely destroyed. Look at that. They went from 60 to 5. 60 to 5. That was so reckless and stupid. Why did they do that? And from 60 to 2, and I'm pretty sure in a couple seconds from 60 to 1. No, they're out of range. So what were they doing? What was he doing? It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And unfortunately, I left one of my better units, the Iron Brigade, all the way back here because I was just trying to make sure that my units got up. And I guess in the tree line, I didn't pick these guys because I couldn't see them. And we left them behind for the entire battle. So the Iron Brigade got left behind on this one. So let's get some close-ups here. Woo! You see, let's get some firing going on. Come on. And fire. Come on. Fire. Woo! Let's see what that looks like on the Confederate side. See, look there. Oh, we got an engagement over here. So the United States Cavalry not doing anything. God, the computer sucks. Oh, our cavalry is just getting absolutely slaughtered. I didn't see this when I was playing. I was focusing mainly on getting my force up. And they're... Wow, we're just getting absolutely slaughtered. You thought that it would be better for them to just charge, but no, they're just gonna sit there and get absolutely destroyed by this mass of troops. And we're moving up some of our forces. I saw that they had some Mosby's Rangers on their way over to us and some sharpshooters, so I decided that I was gonna stop charging, reposition my soldiers, and try to take down as many of these Rangers as possible before they got to us. Come on, fire! Fire, fire! Oh, look at all those horses drop. Oh, and they charged in. Oh, that guy had double guns. Alright, and then I repositioned this force here to charge into melee. And those horses are gonna drop pretty quick. He's standing up on his horse. Dang. They are getting hit pretty hard. They lost half of their cavalry unit already. Okay, we're not getting very many good shots here. We're mostly shooting into the hill. Oh no, they're right there. And that's when I decided it's time to move up. That cavalry unit's done. They're not coming back for more. Here's my... Okay, so we got some Confederate units forming a battle line. They've crossed the river. They charged forward some more of their carbine cavalry, and we are making short work of them. We got some skirmish company and some volunteer infantry regiment from the west getting absolutely peppered by this artillery, but doing a fairly good job keeping these Confederate forces at bay so far. I decided that they needed my general support, so I ran my general up as fast as I could so that I could get to them in time to bolster their morale. Run, General, run! We need you. Oh yes, and I dismounted some of my carbine cavalry and put them behind this fence so that I can reinforce these guys right over here. So let's see this carbine cavalry in action. This is exactly what they're meant to do. There we go. There we go. Let's watch these Confederate soldiers drop. This is it's a good angle. Oh, did we lose some? No.
Sir, your general is under attack.
He's under attack. Well, yeah, that's because he's reinforcing his people. Oh, wow. This unit's gonna get destroyed again. Alright. Well, while my mass of troops destroys this line, let's go over to a bigger struggle that I'm having. God, this is really hard to see. Like I said, this mod really lowers the visibility because so many troops are on the battlefield. Bit of that UI so that we can get a good shot of this. Let's try to find the best angle that we possibly can find. Wow, we're really routing a lot of their troops. Look at that, you can just barely see their heads. And they're routing. Are they broken? Or are they just routing? Falling back. So at this point, I think I decided that we weren't really getting a lot of good shots off on them anymore. So it was better that we just advanced. We're going to advance all the way up to this building right here. And we're going to take out the rest of their army. So I decided that a flanking maneuver was probably better. So I'm going to be sending these troops up as well. And I'm pretty sure I marched my cavalry somewhere. Where are they? Is this my cavalry? Let's see, let's get that unit up. Yep, that's my lancers. My lancers just ran in to get some kills. And my carbine cavalry is somewhere. Where's my carbine cavalry? Here they come. Let's watch this. Love the charge. Go, carbine cavalry, go! Even the horses jump over the fences, which is awesome. Oh! Nice. Cut them off. I love, oh my gosh, they just absolutely massed their troops up. I'm pretty sure I decided to hit them with my artillery as well. So let's see if we can't see any artillery shots going here. No artillery shots, not yet. Woo! Oh, that horse just fell. I really wish that when the horse falls in, it knocks people down. But apparently it doesn't do that. Come on, what are you doing, carbine cavalry? Get behind them. There you go. Alright, we're moving forward. We're moving up. Get a little farther down this battle line and see what's going on over here. My computer army is pushing up more of their forces through the river. See what it looks like on this end. Gonna really push them up to the fence more. God, that's awesome. Go down the line. I decided my general was probably better off right behind this building, because the AI can't shoot through the building. So if he's behind something, he's safer. He's better off. All right. See, they are just about done. They're ready to crumble.
Your victory is close, sir.
Yep. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at both of these guys. Look at all of these guys. Oh, that's awful. Absolutely awful. And there's my carbine cavalry making another charge. Ooh. Oh, I love the effects on the water. Did you see that? When they shot into the water, the bullets almost... Oh, that was so cool. Oh, Union soldier, what do you... Oh, that's not a Union soldier, that's a Confederate state militia. Got some artillery fire. Where's that artillery fire going? Are we almost done? You can see, look at this mass of troops fleeing. Let's get that carnage. Just look at that fog of war. And just the retreat, the mass retreat, as you can see on the horizon. All of the dead soldiers. We got some, I think... No? Those are Confederate soldiers that are breaking off. Wait. Those are Union soldiers that we're pursuing. So let's get a quick... Let's survey this really quick before the game ends. Look at this. Holy cow, man. Got the Union advancing on the position, ready to take the hill from the Confederates. Walking over all the dead Confederate soldiers. Oh no, they're gone. They're running back for some reason. The AI brought them back. But look at this carnage.
The men are exhausted.
Oh my goodness. And just like where the cannonballs started to hit, it just dug up all the ground. Oh wow. That is a bad day for the Confederacy right there. Very bad day. All right, and that is the end of that battle, guys. A lot longer than the first one, I think, like the first battle of the first video. But not as deadly overall. But as you can, I mean, I thought it was more interesting with the river and the varying levels of the geography. The various level of the land. It was basically like a combination of a hill battle and a river battle. So let's go ahead and end battle, and see who lost. Who walked out the actual victor. I mean, if you're the one who wins, but lose a lot of people, can you really say that you won? Like, if you won at some expense of life, you can't really say that you won the day. I mean, at that point, it's basically a stalemate. They give up the land, but they took something from you that was really precious. Alright, so let's see up here. So my army deployed 2,268, and we lost about 615. So that's a lot of people, but as did it affect my army overall? Not really. I still have a sizable force. Losing people obviously is bad, but this to me is a win. It's a clear win. My computer army did about 1,278. They lost 444, which is worse for them. They did bad, very bad. They sacrificed their cavalry needlessly, and it just disappointed me. Super disappointed. They killed about 438. I killed about 1,854. The enemy army marched out way more people. No, just a little bit more people than I did. They marched out about the same for their cavalry force, but their main force marched out just a little bit more than I did. they lost 1,625 and only killed 597 of my people. Their computer army killed about 378. That's a clear loss on their part. They just got absolutely devastated. And like I'm saying, I'm playing on hard, so the computer should be taking more of my people, but it's really not, which is sort of and we're evenly matched at the beginning of the match, so it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it on very hard next time and see if that makes it more interesting. Alright, well that is it. We do not have a second battle today. That's it for today. I just thought that it would kind of be a little repetitive because the map is similar on both sides. The only reason I did 2 battles last time is because the maps on either end of the geography on either end of the maps was a lot different, and I wanted to see what the battle was like if the Confederates decided to attack the Union. In this battle, that's not the case. So thank you so much for joining me. This is Thoughtful Rooster coming at you with the second episode of North vs. South. Hopefully the audio is good, and if not, I'll try to redo the video for you guys because I want you guys to have that sweet, sweet audio. Thank you so much for joining. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Guys, this is that fight music I was talking about in the last video. Do you hear it?